Now, there's many different types of Vajrayogini and different colors and different body postures. And then there's many different ways that they can be included in different compositions. Be they a single figure in a painted composition or with a full complement of retinue figures, or that can be a mandala, or it can also be a partial mandala, as we have with Vajrayogini of the Naropa tradition and the Khechara Pureland. So this really, we find it primarily in the Sakya tradition, and it's a novel composition. It does not appear to be old. It appears to be primarily an 18th, 19th century composition creation. And what we actually have is we have the form of Vajrayogini with her head turned upwards to the left, holding an upraised skull cup and a curved knife in her lower left hand, and balancing a Katvanga staff on her left shoulder. And she has both feet down on the ground. She's not in a dancing posture. Now, what we find with this unique composition is she is pictured against a palace. So the palace that you would find at the center of the mandala. And then around this palace, then you have, for the most part, you have a partial mandala. So it's almost a three-dimensional look at a mandala. So the mandala Vajrayogini. Now, what we also find underneath the central yogini is we find the double tetrahedron, the red six-pointed. What we see is generally 6 points at the top, and then it's three-dimensional, and it decreases in size and goes down to 1 point at the bottom. So it's basically two tetrahedrons that have been merged together to become one double tetrahedron. It's a common symbol for female deities in Tantra. A single blue tetrahedron is more common for male deities. Now, what's very curious about this is it's not particularly old. Now, on the Har website, what we've done is we've, out of roughly 21 or so paintings of the Vajrayogini with Khechara, we've chosen 6 as masterworks. And only one of these is particularly old, and that's 17th, 18th century. And it also doesn't have a tetrahedron. So the tetrahedron really appears in the 18th, 19th century. The double tetrahedron within this particular compositional style. What we also find with these types of paintings is it portrays all 3 of the main Sakya Vajrayogini forms: the Indra Bhuti Vajrayogini, the Maitripa Vajrayogini, and then of course the main central figure of the Naropa Vajrayogini. There are other yoginis, of course, in the Sakya tradition, but these are the 3 main ones that are practiced. Now, in terms of the 6, the earliest appears to be 17th, 18th century, again without the double tetrahedron, but it's also missing the mandala. But we're including it as a masterwork because it's one of the earliest, and it's trying to show the palace and also the lineage at the top. Then what we have is we have 2 that appear to be 19th century. One appears to be, it's Har number 10485, really appears to be more Kamside. It's a more Eastern Tibet, done in a very open landscape style. And it has a very, very pronounced double tetrahedron, very pronounced palace, and a mandala circle. Now, the second one is a little bit more archaic in terms of style, and it's more central Tibet, most likely Tsang area, Tsang province, so west of Lhasa. It has the 3 yoginis, it has the palace, but again, this one does not have the mandala structure. Then we have 3 paintings that are 20th century. Now, 2 of them are are just quite nice in terms of style. They're very clean. They're in good condition. But really, the most important painting of this whole group, or maybe not important, the most interesting painting is the Mongolian, early 20th century painting of Vajrayogini. And what is completely unique about it is in the lower half, the lower third of the composition, we have all of the different yogas of Vajrayogini depicted in small little vignettes. So the Naropa form of Vajrayogini is famous for having for the teaching being arranged as 11 yogas. That's the uniqueness of it. That's what it's called, the 11 yogas of Vajrayogini by the Mahasiddha Naropa. And how did he get these? Well, he got these through a direct vision, direct experience of Vajrayogini herself. And that's why these are considered the most profound Naropa Vajrayogini 11 yogas. Now, this painting in the bottom, in the lower half or third, it has all of these vignettes also with inscriptions that name each of these 11 yogas, and then they try and depict them in ways that represent what the practices are about. So this is unique. It's also unique because it has Jetsun Dampa, a Lama, the head of Mongolia in the early 20th century, and it also has his consort, his wife, and they're depicted at either side of the central Vajrayogini. And then we have the lineage at the top, and of course we have the other two yoginis. We have the Maitri-Kachod and the Indra-Kachod. So it's really quite a unique painting, and the most unique from this group of 6 masterworks of the Vajrayogini Khechara Pureland. So you can press like, you can subscribe, you can join HAR on Patreon. You can also make a donation on the homepage of Himalayan Art Resources.